Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. So, here I am with my lecture number 18 of Elementary Economics, Class 9. Students, in this video, I shall be discussing about chapter number 3, that is an economy, its sectors, basic concepts, and entities. Already, I have made 11 videos covering this chapter, and this is my 12th video, and this is second last part of this chapter. Just in my previous video, we have discussed about the definition of market, characteristics of market, and various classifications of market. Hope you have got that video. So in this video, we shall be covering the leftover topics of this chapter. So let's proceed to our topic number 1, that is the meaning of value. So in this video, basically there are certain terms which are present and for which you need to know the definition. So the word value is used in economics in two senses: value in use and value in exchange. So the meaning of value is referred to as in two senses. First, we will talk about value in use, and then we'll talk about value in exchange. Now, let's come to value in use. It's a capacity of a want satisfaction possessed by a commodity or usefulness of the commodity. Basically, value in use um, means usefulness of a commodity. How much the commodity is useful to you is called as value in use. Suppose if we take a comparison of diamond water and diamond water and diamond. So water is useful but has low price, while diamond is not so useful. It's not useful, it is showing for economic status only, but it is for high price. So value in use refers to the usefulness. How much the commodity is useful to you represents the value in use, or how much satisfaction the commodity is providing you. Suppose for example, if we take water and a diamond simultaneously, so which commodity will provide you more satisfaction? Of course the water, because the water help in quenching your thirst. So that means it will help in just providing you more satisfaction in comparison to the diamond, because that will not be able to quench your thirst. So value in use means the usefulness of the commodity or the satisfaction possessed by the commodity. How much the more satisfaction you are getting from the commodity is referred to as value in use. Just remember the example, and by the example you will be able to define it easily. Value in use means the usefulness of the commodity. How much a commodity is useful to you is known as value in use. So I hope so value in use is clear to you. Next part is value in exchange. So value in exchange signifies its ability to be exchanged for another commodities. So value in exchange means the commodity which can be exchanged for another commodity. Just understand with the help of example. Suppose the price of a book is rupees 50. The price of one book is rupees 50 and a price of shirt is rupees 100. Price of one shirt is equals to 100. So that means if you want to purchase a shirt, you need the price of two books. So the exchange value of a shirt is two books. So earlier, this type of exchange system was known as barter system, which was present just in the earlier times when the currency was not available. But with the development of currency, such systems have been vanished. Barter system. So exchange value means the value which helps in exchanging with the another commodities. This ability to be exchanged for another commodities. Value which can be exchanged, price which can be exchanged for another commodities. Means you can exchange the you, if you want to buy some commodity and you have some commodity which you don't want to have, so you can exchange those commodities. So value in exchange will be known as the price for which you can exchange with the another commodities. So I hope so this term is clear to you. Now the next term is price. Of course, price is very important. It plays an important role in buying and selling the commodities. Now what is price? Price of a commodity is the amount which can be exchanged for 1 unit of the commodity, which can be exchanged. Means you can buy and sell the commodity, 1 unit of the commodity, and it is the exchange value for commodity in terms of money. The exchange is between commodity and money. So price of the commodity is the amount for which you can exchange 1 unit of commodity. Means if you want to buy 1 unit of commodity, you have to pay the price of that commodity. You have to pay the price of that commodity. So it is the exchange value of a commodity in terms of money. The exchange is between commodity and the money. So exchange is done between the commodity and the money. The exchange is between commodity and money. If you want to buy the commodity, you need to exchange the commodity with the money. You need to pay the money, and that money is known as price. So price of a commodity is the amount which you have to exchange with 1 unit. If you want to buy 1 unit, you need to pay the price of that commodity, and that you need to pay the money for that commodity, and that is known as the price. So I hope so this is clear to you. Now what is the difference? We have discussed just now the meaning of value, also meaning of price also. Now what is the difference between these two? Price is the amount of money. It's the amount of money paid by the buyer to the seller. Sorry, it's and is not there. Paid by the buyer to the seller just in exchange of any product. Suppose if a buyer have to buy a product, he has to pay the amount of money to the seller, and that amount of money is known as price. And what is value? Value implies the utility or worth of commodity, means usefulness of the commodity. How much a commodity is useful to us, that represents the value, and it is a usefulness of any product to a customer. So I hope so the difference is also very clear to you. Now what is income? The income of a person means the net flow of money of a person over a certain period of time. The income, the money which is coming to you regularly, which is the flow of money which is coming regularly, just or monthly, for to a person just over a certain period of time, that is known as income. For example, an industrial worker's annual income is his salary income. So what will be called as income? His salary which he is getting regularly, or you can say monthly. So that will be his annual income. So the net flow of income which is coming regularly, that will be called as income. One time income is not one time. If you are getting the money for something, for some one time payment, that will not be called as income. And but you, if you are receiving the income money regularly on just or on a monthly basis, that will be called as an income. So I hope so the definition is clear to you. You have to learn this definition. You have to learn the exact definition given here. It's a very short definition. It's not that difficult, students. So let's and you can write the examples also, the example also if you feel, but it is not compulsory to write the example in this definition. So next is the difference between wealth and income. Now already we have discussed wealth, and just now we have discussed income. Wealth is our savings, basically savings. We receive income, and out of income, total income, either we spend the income or we save the income. Spend the income or save the income. So total amount of saving which is done from the total income, that represents our wealth. So wealth is a stock of goods owned at a point of time, and out of the total income earned, a proportion is saved. Out of the total income, we spend and we save, and the proportion of income which is saved is known as wealth. So these savings are accumulated means collected in the form of wealth. So out of the total income is, or total income we spend, we save, and savings accumulated, all the savings collected together represents our wealth. So understand this, a kind of diagram, that income, total income, out of the total income we spend, we spend and we save, and the total amount of savings accumulated is known as our wealth. And income, we have discussed just now, income is the inflow of money, the flow of money which is coming regularly over a period of time. That is our income. So, our next topic is national income and per capita income. This definition is very much important, which you need to remember and learn also. So, what is national income? The total value of all final goods and services produced by the residents of a country operating within the national boundary and abroad in any particular year is known as national income. So, national income means the total amount of all final goods and services. Final goods and service, the total amount of all final goods and services which are produced in a country, whether in a domestic national borders or abroad also, just in any particular year, accounts for national income. Total amount of final goods means the ready-made goods and services produced by the residents of a country, produced by the residents, produced by the Indian residents, whether the production can be in India also, or it can be done abroad also, no matters, and in any particular year, that is known as our national income. So I hope so the definition is clear to you. National income means total amount of final goods and services produced by the residents, means Indian residents of a country operating, whether produced in India or outside India, in any particular year, is known as national income. Now, what is per capita income? Per capita income is defined as the country's national income for the year divided by the country's population in that year. You can easily remember this formula, and by this formula you will be able to write the definition also. Per capita income is a national income, total national income upon total population. Total national income upon total population is the per capita income, means we are calculating the national income of every individual, if we calculate the average per capita income means per individual, that is calculated by total national income upon total population. So hope you have got this definition. Now this is the very last topic, that is saving and savings. Just now I have discussed that saving is defined as the income minus consumption. From the total income, if we subtract the consumption or spending, that is known as our savings. So remember this formula, you can easily write in words also. Saving equals to just income minus consumption, and whatever is left in the hands of an individual after meeting consumption is the individual saving. So whatever is left after spending from the total income, that is our saving. Suppose you are getting a monthly salary of 10,000 rupees, and out of that 10,000 rupees you spend 6,000 rupees. You spend 6,000 rupees. So what is our 6,000? 6,000 is our consumption. 6,000 is our consumption. And what is our 4,000? 4,000 is our saving. And how we have calculated? That is income minus consumption, that is saving. Saving. So 4,000 is saving. So whatever is left in the hands of an individual after spending, that is our saving. And what is the difference between saving and savings? The total amounts of funds, the sum total means the sum total of all the saving accounts for savings. The sum total of funds in the hands of an individual obtained by accumulating the savings of past years. So when we add up all the savings of the past years which we had done from our income, that is the total of savings. That is known as savings. So hardly a very little difference is there, that saving means the whatever is left in our hands after spending is known as saving, and savings means the total amounts of saving which we had done in the past year, and that is known as our savings. So I hope so the topics are very much clear to you, and this was the end of this video. The next and the last part would be in my next video. I hope so. Whatever topics I have taught you today, you must have got. You have to just of this video talking about this video. You have to learn the definitions very carefully, and it's very important. And keep on revising, students. Till then, be safe be safe at home. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe my channel, and have a nice day, students.